Hello everyone, yours truly, Chrislevi13. Hopefully you all can see me well, hear me well, and everything looks good on the stream. I'll be getting to everybody who has chatted in the stream in just a moment. But we are here with episode 5 of the podcast, where it can be a solo show, it can be a show with people, like a group of guests, whoever. You know, because if you want to join in the podcast, feel free when I'm doing it. It won't always be on Wednesday nights, but for the most part, it will be on Wednesday nights. 2 to 3 times per month. The podcast is back here in 2020. That is 2020. You know, so hopefully y'all are doing good. We're going to talk about 2020 games and consoles. We're going to talk about AEW signing a new deal and all that jazz, because this is a gaming and entertainment podcast where gaming is the big focus, but we also talk about some other things in the entertainment world that we like, because as I delve more into getting friends with fellow YouTubers, content creators on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, Instagram, Twitter, and all that jazz, I figure out they like music, they like wrestling, and a lot of the common threads, you know. And we're going to try to make it to Too Many Games and Southeast Game Exchange this year. So let's do this. Sue is all in the chat, and give everybody a round of applause for being here. Woo! So, yeah, I'm here, everybody. So, let's see. Stitch is in the building. Gaming Ain't Easy is in the building, or in the house, as I say here. Stitch, go check him out for awesome art. Gaming Ain't Easy, go check out his stuff. You know, he does the Southeast Game Exchange and does the Video Game Corner as well. I haven't had a chance to get back to the store because life and everything's been so hectic. It's just like, and it drains me, you know. We got VCIPZV6 in the house. Hey, what's up, bro? Everybody, this is broadcast. Everybody, if you like this podcast, go check out the broadcast, similar style stuff. Got awesome stuff going there. Remember, if we make it to 10 likes, 10 like hype, and all that jazz. And yeah, make some tacos. I have some bomb biscotti that I made earlier. So yeah. You know, and all that jazz. But hopefully everybody's good. And Astro is off the chain. Hey, that's a cool game. You know, Astro Chain. I haven't beat the game, but it's a cool game. I'm gonna get through Borderlands, The Outer Worlds, Pokemon, and God of War before I start any other games. I may play some other games, but I'm not gonna start any new games until I beat those games. But hopefully y'all are doing good. Hopefully y'all hit that like button. Get me the 10 like and the dance party and all that jazz. So how's everybody doing tonight? Can y'all hear everything well? Does everything sound good on all that? Does everything look good to you all? Remember, the logo for the Vault 13 logo was made in collaboration with Stitched. So hopefully if everything looks good, give me the old true to know if everything looks good and sounds good before we get into the first topic. Give me a... And remember, share this out on your Facebooks, your Twitters, wherever social media you possibly can, and yeah. So we got games and consoles to talk about first. Obviously, I'm not getting into all the specs of the PS5 or the Xbox One, but I want to talk with people, since we're all in the gaming genre. We all love buying games, trading, selling, playing games, streaming games, talking about games, making artwork based around games, all sorts of stuff in the gaming realm. I thought it'd be cool to talk about some of the games that have come out or will come out this year. I have pulled up an article that shows a lot of the games that not every game, but a bunch of the big releases that are set to release this year, and I'm gonna go through them pretty rapid fire, and I'm gonna and I'll give a thumbs up to some of the ones that I'm really feeling hyped for, you know. So if y'all hear any titles and y'all want to talk about that said game, let me know, and we will talk about the game. But I'm going to be looking over my computer screen, so I will talk to you all. But I'm just letting y'all know. And if you ever want to be a guest on the podcast, let me know. If you want to become a co-host on the podcast, let me know. And look down in the description box below for the links to all of my stuff around social media. Thank you all. And remember, do me the biggest favor all. Stay awesome. My sounds aren't working. Let me see something real quick. Look at this. Let me do this.
Give me a hell yeah!
Do you hear my sounds now?
I said give me a hell yeah!
If you hear the sounds now, let me know. And let's get ready to rumble into the first topic.
Let's get ready to rumble!
See, I have a bunch of different sounds and settings for this stuff. Now, I ain't used the scenes in like a while, so that's why like I didn't have all the stuff set up like I do in my other set of scenes for whenever I stream. I want to clear out some backlog, so I'm probably not going to be buying any games till March, April. You know, Cyberpunk's one of the big games now, so yeah. Well, yeah, if people want to be guests, I just want to let y'all know before we get into the first topic, because I know I have mentioned what the first topic is, the games for this year and also the consoles. So I wanted to let y'all know that if you would ever like to be a guest on this podcast, I still have a lot to learn, whether it be streaming-wise, video-making-wise, or any of that jazz. But I have said this right here, that I've told a few people like T-Belly and some other people throughout the interwebs, you know, I said, hey, if there's any chance y'all want to be a guest and you can't be there live for the podcast, like at 8:30 Central Standard Time on Wednesday nights when I do the podcast, I'd be willing to go out of my way, and if they say there's a night, hey, you available for 30 minutes, an hour or so, and we record an episode together. Now, the way we record an episode is both of us sign into Discord. That's the way I know how to do it. If y'all know a different way to do it, do it. But we sign in Discord. We both get in a Discord video chat. And then once we're in that video chat, I get it popped up, get it synced with my recording software. And then, bam, we record it. And then whenever I do that, I can set it as a premiere episode of the podcast, you know. And if obviously if I have a guest, if I ever have a guest, I basically what we do, like I did with Jake and Will, we'll start off by introducing myself, the guest, and then we'll do like a little quick some rapid fire questions with the guest to kind of talk about what do they do on their channel, what are the kind of content what do they do out there in the gaming realm. And other stuff, what kind of, if they are into wrestling or anything, some stuff that off the top, you know. Which currently, if y'all want to know, on the PS4, I am going through the Sega Genesis collection and God of War on my Xbox One, Outer Worlds, and Borderlands. And when it comes to the Switch, I've mainly been playing Pokemon. I played a little bit of Mario Kart Smash over the weekend, but other than that, it's mainly been Pokemon. Now, if y'all want to ask any questions throughout the stream, feel free. This is the first episode back, so I have to say a lot, get a lot out there, and then we'll get more into the rhythm as things go. But yeah. Also, we do have stuff here where I can switch scenes. If we ever like want to play up a game or something, or like a video off of YouTube, I turn one of my consoles on. We go there and we do that. But hopefully everything's going good for you all. And all that jazz. So yeah, I'm glad that y'all are here. Thank you. It really means the world to me. So if y'all are ready to talk about 2020 games / consoles, give me a hell yeah, and we'll start. And what do y'all want to hear about first? Consoles or games? And gotta go. Have a good one, Gaming Ain't Easy. Everybody, go check out Gaming Ain't Easy. throughout social media. Contact the guy if you're into video games or want to go to a convention called Southeast Game Exchange, which is done in August in Greenville, North Carolina. Go check it out. Awesome dude. Retro gaming convention. Something that's near and dear to my heart. He's also working on a second convention, which would be easier for me to go to, be in my area. But he'll give more details on that when he's ready and all that jazz. Go check him out. Really awesome dude. And I want y'all to share this out. Let people know we are live. So, with that being said, if y'all are ready, just give me a little hell yeah. Got some AEW wrestling going on right there, you know. Let me give it. Let me do. Damn it, every time I try to do something, I get muted. So sorry about that. I feel like an asshole. Because I hit that button when I was trying to do something. I feel like an asshole. Okay, so let me start this over. Fresh start. Y'all know what I said at the beginning. We're going to get into the first topic of the podcast. I apologize. I feel like such a doofus. But if y'all are still here, Astro off the chain, hopefully you're still sticking around. Stitch, stick around. Smiley Gamer, what up, John? Everybody stick around. I'm sorry. Been a long week. I got some personal stuff that I'll talk about. Some personal stuff that's really personal. I'll talk towards the end of the stream about for like a quick second. But it's some really hard news I've got to tell you all. But we'll start off with the games, consoles, and then dive into E3 and into AEW. So that being said, sorry about that. I'm sorry to that. So everybody that's watching the stream, here we go. So in January we had Monster Hunter World Iceborne released for the PC, which I've seen it on the Xbox and the PlayStation. Game looks decent. I just never really dived deep enough into Monster Hunter to really enjoy the game. So hey, if you like that game, cool. Remember, I'll give a thumbs up if I really enjoy the game, really am hyped for this game. And coming this Friday, it means not today, not tomorrow, but the next day, we've got 2 bangers releasing. That is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore, which is a port from the Wii U. Now with Fire Emblem characters in it and some additional content. Looks awesome. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, looking forward to. And if y'all got any games y'all are hyped for, any games I don't say in the list, let me know, because this is from IGN, all the 2020 release dates we know of. Which IGN sometimes is great, sometimes it's meh, and sometimes it's like, ugh. But once I get past February, we will get back to y'all's comments. And also, the last 2 games it shows right here, last 3 games shows for January. On the 23rd, we've got The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, haven't seen anything about that. Journey to the Savage Planet on the 28th, which looks alright. I've seen a little bit of, and I've also seen a little bit of Warcraft 3 Reforged coming January 28th. Now, I'm not going to say, you know, I just wanted to do this to have a little bit of fun with y'all, talk about some of these games with you all, so that's why we're here doing this. Now, the podcast will have special guests, and also I will reach out to people to get them on here as well. So, you may see that. So, I see y'all commenting away. Once I get done with the February games, we will dive into y'all's comments. So, let's do this. February. Starting on February 4th, I'll say the date first and then the games coming out for that. So I don't say the date multiple times. Coming out February 1st, we have a game I know nothing about called Dark Crystals, Age of Resistance Tactics, and Zombie Army 4, Dead Warriors. Then we've got Grand Blue Fantasy versus February 6th, Japanese worldwide release to be dated. Okay, it's a Japanese game, don't even say it. February 11th, we got another Yakuza game, which some of them are coming to the Xbox platform later this year, and that is Yakuza 5. A game that I am hyped for, and has kind of like, I guess you could say, a Diablo feel to it, is Darksiders Genesis on February 14th. Also, on the 14th, we got Dreams, which looks like a fun game. I may, depending on how that game gets reviewed, may go into that game. Then also on the 14th, we got Snack World, the Dungeon Crawler, Street Fighter V Champion Edition. And then on the 18th, the game that I will be getting is the 10th anniversary bundle of Bayonetta and Vanquished. I see the steelbook, and I'm trying to get that steelbook. Looked good. Then on the 20th, we've got Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. Another game that I may be trying to get is the next game on the 20th. Games coming on the 20th are, another one I might try to get is Persona 5 Scrambled. Then we've got Under Night in Birth, X-Late CR, something that's like a PC game, which is on the 20th. Then we got the Mega Man 0/ZX Legacy Collection coming on February 25th. Also on the 25th, we've got 2 Point Hospital. Then on February 28th, the game that everybody thought was going to be a big Iron Man game because of how they showed it when it first was shown off in one of those PlayStation games, is Iron Man VR. And then closing out the month, we've got One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, and Romance of Three Kingdoms. Before we get into March, I just wanted to get those out of the way. Let's see what everybody's been saying in the chat. Any games y'all hyped for? You're back. Okay. I love Monster Hunter World, but I never finished it. I need to dive back before getting the DLC. Same here. I'd probably put about 6 to 8 hours into Monster Hunter and then just dropped off. You know, I think Kakarot's going to suck or just be okay. I feel like Kakarot will be not a AAA game, but one of those AA games like State of Decay, stuff like that, you know. It's like, it's a decent game, but it's nothing like, oh. Then Stitch says Pokemon Sessions is great, but I already own it on the Wii U. I would love to own a Wii U. Hyped for Resident Evil 3. Hell yeah, that Resident Evil 3 looks toasty. After the remake of Resident Evil 2, and that setting the standard for a lot of people going forward in remakes, this one right here should be good. Phil twerping in the big house. Everybody, keep going. Wake up. Yeah, that more remakes right now. That should be cool. Then we've got hi Phil, what's up, Stitch? GTA 6. We don't know. We haven't confirmed on GTA 6, but I will speak on GTA 6. GTA 6, from what I've heard over the last couple years, this is just speculation. People want to see not just a new location, but them to try to take a few locations and a few of the characters and bring a lot of the characters in the back that they can say are still alive and make a bigger game with all of that together. And I would like to see that. Maybe bring in some, maybe start off in Vice City, San Andreas, or you have Los Santos there, and maybe use a plane or some kind of travel to get through them, or maybe those are 3 separate areas. Don't know, but hey, I would love to see that. John accidentally letting it slip that he got an early copy of the I like to see Code Veronica or Code, I think it was the one of them that Logan told me about, a Big Evil Game and Zero or whatever. Yeah, that'd be cool. Now, with that being said, let's get back to the games. You all ready to see some more? Here's about some more games. Now, the really packed month. This month right here is like packed. Packed. It was so packed that we're going to get to some games that were... A game that I see right here that was delayed. And this game is a game that was delayed from being in March to actually going later in the year to not coming out until March until a month later. And that is Final Fantasy VII. Once I get to April, we will be talking about that remake in more depth. But coming out in March, we've got Pokemon Mystery Dungeons Rescue Team DX. I might get that game. I actually played the demo and enjoyed it. Then we've got Lancer 1 and 2. We got another game that I know I'm getting day and date. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Ori and the Blind Forest. A must play on your Switch. Or if you got an Xbox and Game Pass, play that game. Ori and the Blind Forest. Great game. Great art style. The mechanics, I love that game a lot. The music is really awesome. And I've been hearing the music that they've been doing where they've showed a few things throughout social media. And Ori and the Will of the Wisp looks superb. March 13th, we've got My Heroes 1, Justice 2, Noah or something like that. Noah, N-I-O-H 2. Then we've got the big game, which I think I'm going to be getting. But it's going to be hard to get this game and this other game because they both come out on the same day. Actually, there's 3 games that come out on the same day. Are y'all ready to hear this? Because I don't want to sound like I'm too rambling too much. But y'all ready to hear this? And that is, after we get past March and April, we get back to y'all's comments. On March 20th, we've got the big Animal Crossing game that everybody's been wanting for the Switch. New Horizons coming. And I'll probably get that game this summer. Not day and date. But the 2 games I will be getting are 2 Doom games coming out on March 20th. Which on the Switch and for other consoles maybe is Doom 64 and Doom Eternal. Yeah. Then you've got a game that I can get through Game Pass, which is Bleeding Edge, coming March 24th. Bleeding Edge is a multiplayer game. Looks really fun. And Doom Eternal, if y'all have not checked out the latest trailer on that game, go check it out. Awesome stuff. Then you've got another anime game coming on March 27th, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. And then on March 31st, we've got a game that some of y'all are hyped for. I know that is. If you're into the Persona 5 stuff, not only do we got Scramble coming, we've got Persona 5 Royal on March 31st. And then we've got the Half-Life game, which is like the Half-Life game. They said ALYX, can't say that. Coming sometime in March or later, it says right here. So, getting into April, which we've got a lot smaller list in April. But you got big bangers. I think they think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you got 4 big bangers. 4 big bangers, and all the rest of them here in April are games that I probably within the next year will own every single one of these games, but one. And that starts off with on April 3rd. We've got Resident Evil 3 Remake. It includes Project Resistance, the multiplayer game. Then you've got on April 10th, you got the Final Fantasy Remake, which has been delayed. And they said to put a little bit more polish on the game, make sure the game comes out there a lot smooth when we do the release and all that. So I'm not mad at them for doing that. If a game takes longer to come out, but it's a better product at the end of the day, wouldn't y'all agree? Awesome stuff. Oh, I'm going to get to Last... I just read that one comment. I'm going to get to Last of Us. It's coming out. Then we've got... So, both those games look like Resident Evil 3 and Final Fantasy are games that I'm probably going to get. Now, a game I know I'm getting, on April 26th, we've got the people that have made the Witcher series. The people that y'all know, Project Red, coming out with Cyberpunk 2020. Fucking, I'm getting that game day one. Gonna stream that game, gonna play that game, and then we're gonna have fun. Game that I probably might not get, but we'll just see. On April 24th is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Also on that day, a game that I will be getting towards the summer on my Switch is Trials of Mana. You know, and then we got the Predator game, also coming on the 24th, which is Predator Hunting Grounds. It's a multiplayer game. Kind of, you know, different way to do it, but it's kind of like one of those games like Friday the 13th, Dead by Daylight, where it's multiplayer based, you know, do a lot of stuff like that. Another game that I'll be getting is Gears Tactics. Looks fun. And then we've got the Minecraft Diablo version, Minecraft Dungeons, coming out. Before we get into May, actually, as I should say, let's get back to y'all's comments and see how y'all doing. That'd be awesome. What's up, Chris? Hello, Zombie JLT1. Hope you're doing good. Astro off the chain. How you doing? Smiley Gamer. How you doing? One of John. How you doing? Stitch. How you doing? Me? I'm doing good to actually be doing this. I was so proud of myself to be able to do this tonight. Okay, so it says, yes, I want Code Veronica next. Code Veronica was a fun game. I never played it, but I've seen somebody stream. I watched somebody on Twitch years ago stream the whole game. Animal Crossing? Yeah, gonna be fun. Doom Eternal looks like a blast. I gotta say, people can say a lot about Bethesda, but when it comes to Bethesda and its studios, Doom's one of the best the Doom and Wolfenstein stuff is some of the best stuff they put out, and Doom is awesome. You know, And I gotta say, I mean, the Fallout stuff and some of the other stuff they've been doing over there with Skyrim and all, and I mean the Elder Scrolls kind of goes but when it comes to Doom, I love Doom. Doom, man, you go in there shooting up, blowing stuff up, going in there and just boom, smashing heads, and it's just an awesome game. Then it says, Alex, don't forget, and then Nemesis hype, Nemesis, yes. I'm intrigued about Project Resistance. It will either be the best thing ever or a complete failure. I have high hopes for it. I have high hopes for it too. And we got 10 likes up in here, so what we gonna do? Dance party! Hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope y'all had to go into this new by IGN. We've got the game which everyone that I know when I was with the game leaders at the Game Awards watching this coming May 9th. This game made us laugh. Because she said Tekken wrong, and then they talked about this game, and then it's Fast and Furious, Crossroads, Vin Diesel, all of them, cool, but the game looked like a 360 game from just looking at it. Then we've got a game that I may get, because the first two were decent games, is Wasteland 3 on May 19th. Then on May 22nd, we've got Man Eater and Sword Art Online Alkalization. Then we've got the big banger for the PS4. PS4 is one of their biggest bangers of the year coming out on May 29th, and that is The Last of Us Part 2, which has been delayed from when it was originally supposed to be the end of this year, and then delayed even more to make sure the game had a solid release. I don't mind delays. Delays don't bother me in the littlest. Some people, they get mad about them. Some people, they gripe about them. But if a game gets delayed and it's not as good as you try to say, hey, we want to do some polish and do this stuff, and it has a bunch of bugs when you still release the game, that's where I have an issue. But if it makes the game better, makes you have more of a solid release, then cool. Then we got a game that says May to be announced called New World. Then you skip. Then they show skipping all the way through this. This. We also got coming out, which I'll be streaming it day and date when it releases on the Xbox One. We've got the Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts 3, the Reminded DLC, which comes out on PlayStation first, and then later on the Xbox One. But when it comes to Xbox One, expect me to do a full playthrough and stream of it for you all. We also got another game that was delayed to September, which is Marvel's Avengers, which is also made by Square Enix. They had delayed 2 games. They said they want to make sure this game doesn't look as generic as it did in last year's trailer. The game characters are more polished, the power are done, and all this other stuff that I've heard throughout the day, from Inside Gaming to IGN to Kotaku to different YouTubers I've watched today on my day off. That's what they've been saying, so hopefully those words ring true, and I may be getting that dead game, but not day and date if it does not look good enough and it does not play well. I may wait till the game's kind of discounted, maybe a Black Friday deal, What do y'all think? And then it says games that also are set for quarter one are Disaster Report 4, Eastward, Heart of the Worlds, Sessions, which I think is that skate game that Xbox is doing, System Shock, and Vampire the Masquerade. Then also, what I heard is they're trying to get the BioShock collection on the Nintendo Switch, which I definitely would buy if it came there. And then for quarter two, you've got Final Fantasy Chronicles Remastered, Battletoads, Dying Light 2. If you like parkour and zombies, Dying Light is definitely the series to go into. Disingenuous. And if anybody wants to see the link that I'm looking at for games, I'll pop this right here. That's where I'm looking at the games right now. We got Streets of Rage 4, which if y'all know, I've been playing a lot of Streets of Rage, so I'm definitely hyped for that game. You got Sports Story, which is a sequel to Golf Story on the Nintendo Switch. You got Roller Champions. You got Kerbal Space Program 2, Grounded, Empire of Sin. And for quarter 3 and 4, you've got Axiom Verge 2, Death Stranding PC, Griftland, Outriders, Planet Coaster, Console Edition, Tell Me Why, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Earthblood. You've got Cook, Serve, Guilty Gear, and the game that I am most hyped for this year. Can y'all know what game? I'm going to ask y'all a question. Do y'all know what game in 2000 and 2020 that I am most hyped for over any other game? Zombie Army Trilogy on Switch. That looks like a decent, alright game, but it's not the game that I'm most hyped for. I'm just wondering if anybody can guess. I like Call of Duty. I think it's B tier games, but hey, if you like Call of Duty, cool. Not Call of Duty. I'll give a hint. It's a game that's coming out in 2020 that I have not mentioned yet. And I'll give it a sound effect that I've heard it in this game before. One of my all-time favorite series is Kingdom Hearts, Borderlands series, and a series that I'm going through one of the games currently on the channel once a week for at least an hour to 3 hours. And once I beat that game, y'all get to pick the next one I go through in the series, is Halo Infinite, which is coming out with the Xbox X series, and will still be available on the Xbox One and all that jazz, and it looks awesome. Now, games no official window. We've got 12 minutes. Total War Saga, Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Deadly Permissions 2, A Blessing in Disguise, Death March Club, Destroy All Humans Remake, Digimon Survive, Doom Eternal for the Switch, God and Monsters, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Little Nightmares 2, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, Microsoft Flight Simulator, No More Heroes 3, Oddworld Soul Storm, Pokemon Sleep, Psychonauts 2, Robotics Note Elite, Rust, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rehydrate, Tales of Ares, Artful Escape, A French Vendetta, The Seller, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Quarantine, Twin Mirrors, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, Watchdog Allegiance, X Blade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. While many release dates are likely to change, this is what we are aware of currently. Some of the 2020 big releases dates are still mysterious, though, including some recent delays from Ubisoft's Watch Dogs, Rainbow Six Siege, and God and Monsters, for instance, are now slated to release sometime during Ubisoft's next fiscal year, which begins in April 2020. We'll be sure to keep you updated, and that's cool. So how's everybody doing on any of that? For some reason, you thought that'd be 2020. Well, I could see that, Now, I might not go day and date and buy this console, but anybody hyped for the PS5 or the Xbox Series X? And if you are hyped for the PS5, type PS5. And if you're hyped for the Xbox, type in Xbox. And I want to know which one you're hyped for more. That's me right there, everybody. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I had to listen to something that was really important. But with that being said, when it comes to the Xbox One X or the PS5, I definitely would love to be able to jump into both of these console generation as early as I possibly can. Now, as y'all know, I am lucky by the grace of the man up there, my family, and each and every single one of you all to be able to play the games that I play. Have the platform of this YouTube channel to speak my mind and speak about things. To be able to have a Patreon, a YouTube, a Mixer, a Twitch, a Facebook, an Instagram, a Twitter, TikTok, all that. I am Discord. Have all this because of you all. Not because of me, but because of you all supporting what I do whenever I was scared to even do it myself. But coming to these consoles, the Xbox One X looks it looks really solid. It looks like a PC, more PC-like gaming, which we're gonna obviously get into sooner. But we gotta have more specs. I want to know what the ports are on the back of each system look like, and I want to know. We've got Hellblade. We've got some exclusive. We got Halo, Hellblade, and some other things known for the Xbox One, Series X, right? But we have Godfall, which is one game released for the PS5, but it's a third-party developer, right? What first-party game outside of Ghost of Tsushima do we have that will release on the PS5 in release? That's what I would like to know. Now, y'all may have other feelings, but that's just me. Now, obviously, I'm going to go Xbox first, and then maybe next year get PS5, but that's just me. We need a premium Snapchat and an OnlyFans too. If I get a premium Snapchat and an OnlyFans too, will that help me get to 1K subscribers? Because I have the opportunity to get one of those. Will it be like, hey, you want to see the premium Chrislevi13 on PCL's uncensored, what happens after the live stream? It'd be like, you know how there's Big Brother, and then they have like that little stuff called After Dark. It'd be like Chrislevi13 right here with the Vault 13 podcast, live streams and videos right here for you all. But you want to see Chrislevi13 After Dark? Go to Chrislevi13. Go to Chrislevi18 Plus over on OnlyFans, where you can see him do the raw, uncut stuff that YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch said, hey, you can't do that on our platform, but you can do it over here. And I do it right there for all the women, all the monies, all of them, like T. Wario would say. Boom! What do y'all think of that? Read your mind. You want to see. Boom. But yeah, my goal, I talked about that. My main goal this year is at least try to hit 1K. I don't know if I ever do it. Because all my buddies, the game looters, everybody else is Jake and all this is probably going to pass me. And then I'm going to sit here and still at 600 some odd subscribers, still putting out videos and live streams, still talking about modern games, retro games, still talking about wrestling and occasionally showing some music, but I'm still not hit 1K. But have y'all seen the game looters? They've blown up recently. Ha ha! Hey, I could be like Megadan if you go to Megadan. Where's the butthole? Where's the butthole? Where's the butthole? Now, talking about games this year, we roll into the next topic. And this is a topic that I want to talk to Stitched, to One Up John, anybody that's here listening can come by the podcast. Is that we've got this thing called E3, which is supposed to be the Electronic Entertainment Expo, where you have the big three, PlayStation, Xbox, Microsoft actually, and Nintendo come through it, show off new hardware, show off games, and also have a bunch of other developers there as well, and also other companies showing off their hardware and all this. Well, last year, PlayStation said nope. And they didn't even do a PlayStation Experience last year. They said nope. But yet they still want to talk about games. They still want to talk about hardware. So they said, hey, we're going to pull out of this year's E3. They said nope. So what do? They pull out of E3 2 years in a row. They don't do its PlayStation Experience. And they do something called a State of Play. And the State of Play format isn't similar to Xbox's format of the Xbox events, but no, it is a straight rip-off with a little bit of a different style, but a straight, pretty much rip-off of Nintendo Directs. So what happens? Xbox and Phil Spencer may say, we're still going to be there at E3 this year. We're still going to be there. Nintendo's most likely still going to be there. You're still going to have Square Enix, Divulge, Bethesda, Ubisoft still there in some capacity showing off their big hit games and all that jazz. Is it because PlayStation is scared to share the floor with Xbox and Nintendo? But then again, if Xbox and Nintendo show up and they show banger games, and Xbox says, here's banger console right here, and they build their relationship with Nintendo even stronger, wow. You know? And what if PlayStation drops something before E3, their own event, says, hey, within 6 months you can own this console. Boom, they show and they have a PlayStation event, right? Then that means at E3, Xbox could scramble and be like, hey, let's undercut them, make a price drop in the console, make it cheaper than theirs, show off more footage of Halo in this game that we haven't announced yet, and boom, they could sit there and they do all these changes to do better for the consumer. So it's crazy to say because if you look at this little article I'm looking at from Tech Radar, E3 may still be a few months away, but the chatter around this year's biggest gaming show is starting, with Sony deciding to duck out of the show for the second year, and 2 next-gen consoles set to launch not long after. There's plenty of change afoot, and E3 is at the heart. Let me get y'all's comments. So I got a question to y'all. Does E3, in a digital age, in an age where every month Nintendo is doing stuff through their YouTube and their social media, and they're doing directs throughout the year, Xbox has their events throughout the year, PlayStation has State of Play, is E3 really needed in 2020? Question. Go. I don't think E3, so no, I haven't heard any comments yet, but I don't think E3 should go away. I think E3 should stay around. Because you know something? If I'm a game developer and I'm somebody like Bethesda, Ubisoft, Rockstar, or the list of other third-party developers out there, and I'm not tied down to Nintendo, I'm not tied down to Microsoft and Xbox, I'm not tied down to Sony and the PlayStation, then you know something? I feel like if I'm a third-party developer, why don't I sit there and bring more footage, more hands-on stuff for my games and my products to E3 and make it bigger? Then people are going to be looking at E3. E3 is changing. E3 has more emphasis on indie games, third-party games, and hardware than it does the big three, because the big three have gone and done their own events. But E3 still has a spot if they do that right. That's just me. How do y'all feel? I want to know if anybody's here still. And with that being said, I can close that tab. And we've got one more thing to talk about before we get out of here. One question to ask, one thing to ask. But before we get into the wrestling thing, I want to ask,
if you play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, what do you think the DLC character could be for tomorrow's Direct? Tomorrow's Smash Direct, which is happening in the AEM. What do you think the character could be? Could it be a Devil May Cry character? Could it be a new character? Could it be something different? Could it be an Ace Attorney character? Could it be? We don't know, but we'll see. What if it actually is Steve from Minecraft? We don't know, but it is going to be from another series. It hasn't been featured in the game before. I want to know. Let me know now. What do y'all think it might be? Remember, when Super Smash Bros. Ultimate comes to your system, the new DLC fighter is going to be Chrislevi13. With his smash attacks and his special powers, And whenever things get thing, and I have my little side character come in, you're gonna see the Vault 13 or the Vault Squad logo come in and smash you up. Boom! Bangers!
But anyway, jokes all aside, people. I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast so far. We got one more topic to talk about. And if y'all got any questions, any serious questions, ask away right now as I read the last topic. All Elite Wrestling and TNT have announced some big news on Wednesday night regarding the current deal and new shows that are on their way. According to a press release from AEW, Warner Media has extended the deal for AEW Dynamite on to 2023. In addition, the parties have agreed to launch another night of AEW action, offering more for the fans' favorite wrestlers with a second show straight to series. The press release. When Tony Khan first shared with me the idea of starting a new wrestling league, I was impressed by his audacity to go up against a contender that has been in the game only in town for 20 years, and ultimately believed that together we could bring his vision for a new, authentic, gritty product to bear, said Kevin Riley, Chief Content Creator Officer for TNT in the press release. The fans have spoken, and after only 3 months, we have seen AEW shake up wrestling world, and this only continues as we build upon the minimum. When we launched AEW 1 year ago, we wanted to start a revolution that would disrupt the wrestling business, but everyone said that it would take a strong weekly television partner to make AEW real in the eyes of everyone. All above else, Tony Khan said in a release, virtually no one realized at the time that Kevin Riley and TNT were committed to this very same day one. So with that being said, I have heard a few people on Twitter speak out about AEW having their thing. And I gotta say, they basically got 3 to 4 more years of AEW Dynamite. And the second show that they do, which is the one that they do on YouTube, which is Dark, which is basically making your sittings be 3 hours instead of 2 hours, because they do that before they do that regular AEW show. I want to let y'all know, I think AEW Dark is going to be the show that they actually make their second show and they actually put it on TV, which is going to be cool, to see, and all that jazz. So let's see what they say. Stitch says, I think Sony just seeing it's easier to do their own thing like Nintendo. Sony keeps copying everything Nintendo does. Yes, they do. Yep. So, I think AEW being on TV for more years is good. The thing about it is, I feel like ROH, they do better if they actually had a TV deal like AEW, but they don't. I feel like NXT, Raw, SmackDown, they may lose in ratings, win in ratings, but they're not going to be affected by it. And I feel like this right here. AEW could capitalize if they do this right here. They do Wednesday Night Dynamite, right? Their mainstay show. Well, if they do it on Monday night, a show on Monday nights, they're going to go against Raw. If they do Tuesday nights, they're going to go against Impact Wrestling. If they do Thursday nights, they have nobody to compete against. If they do, say, Friday nights, they got it against SmackDown. If they do Saturday nights, they got to compete with pay-per-views every once in a while. And then if they do Sunday nights, obviously pay-per-views they got to compete with. So I'm thinking for AEW, if they do a show, they could do it like WWE used to do, where it was Monday and Tuesday, where they did Monday was Raw, Tuesday was SmackDown, and then they'd record SmackDown and they show it on Tuesdays, or they'd air it on Thursdays. And I believe if they do it right, they could take Wednesdays and Thursdays, boom, boom, bada bing, bada boom, do that, have those both on TNT, and then TNT could say, well, we can put original programming on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, build that up, have them on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and have something to come off at the end of the 2-hour special was at 9 o'clock, and also have something after, around the AEW show on Thursdays, and boom. That's just me as a wrestling fan. Now, y'all can say what y'all want. As far as questions, ask me questions. Y'all want to talk about anything else before we get out of here, let me know. But there is one thing we need to do. And everybody here, I've never done this before, but I felt like tonight would be the night to do it. And let's do this.
Earlier on tonight,
So, are y'all ready? Ready? Because I'm about to go quiet, and we're about to listen to something. And this is from the NXT show tonight. So if y'all are ready, just let me know. And this is because we are talking about wrestling, we're going to do this.
Earlier on tonight, we received the unfortunate news that WWE legend and Hall of Famer Rocky Johnson passed away at the age of 75. At this time, we invite you to please rise and join us as we pay our respects with the 10-bell salute. Thank you.
And remember, we have Rocky Johnson, 1944 to 2000 and 2020. And if y'all do not know who Rocky Johnson is the father of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The guy that whenever The Rock didn't make it in professional NFL, he helped him get into the WWE. Rocky Johnson is a tremendous athlete, a tremendous guy for wrestling and all that. And it is very sad to know that he passed away. It's sad when anybody passes away, but remember, in wrestling, they do the 10-bell salute when their people pass away. I appreciate you all being here for episode 5 of the 13 podcast. Thank you, Stitched and One Up John, for everything y'all do. Thank you for everybody that is a Patreon and helps the channel, because that Patreon money goes straight in to help me have the internet to help this channel out and all that jazz. Thank you each and every night. If y'all want to see another stream from me tonight, let me know, and I may just drop this stream in about 30 minutes, maybe 10:30, go live with something, a game stream. But that's only if y'all want it. And y'all stay, and y'all remember, do me the biggest favor of all, and that is stay awesome. But just hit me up in DMs if y'all want to see another stream. Just give me a hell yeah before I get out of here if y'all want to see a stream tonight, and I may do something, but we'll see. Also, there is a movie for 444. What do you call it? Ozzy Osbourne. Somebody just put that in my thing and it dropped in and said movie for him. So, it is 9:42 p.m. If I say 9, 10, 15, 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I went live with some Streets of Rage, you would join. I don't know. I mean, I could play Streets of Rage for a little bit. I just have the Streets of Rage Sega Vintage Collection, you know. I mean, is there any other game outside of Streets of Rage that y'all would like to see played? I mean, I could go through and I could finish up the tower with Leon on Pokemon and actually say, hey, I beat Pokemon. I could sit there and go through some more Borderlands or something with you all. I'm just asking if y'all would love to see something. Because if y'all don't, I'm going to get some dinner, relax for the night, watch my wrestling, be out. But I'm just asking you all for that I end the stream tonight. And I apologize for any technical difficulties we had tonight. So I'm going to give y'all about another minute. It is 10. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. So I'll give you another minute. Well, remember, I was going through the last battle, and then I had to jump onto the Game Leaders podcast last Thursday. And all that jazz. Now, y'all did hear me mention I have some personal news to speak on of. Would y'all like to hear the personal news? This is really heartfelt news, some stuff that I'm going to have to go through. But I'm still going to be active as much as I can.
It's going to take so long. All that stuff on G4 back in the day. I would watch Code Monkeys. I would watch all of the game shows and all that on that channel. And I really liked E3 a lot and I always wanted to go to it. And I never, ever went.
So, to everybody, to close out the podcast, I don't want to go on a somber note, but I want to let y'all know that I'm doing good. Obviously, I can be able to do the podcast now that the holiday season is over and that work is kind of getting back a little bit easier, you know. My schedule is still going to be a little bit all over the place, so if I can't do a stream, I'll let y'all know. But pretty much Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights are the nights you're going to most likely see me active. So it's Sunday through Wednesdays will be my most active nights on the YouTube channel for this YouTube channel. I definitely will probably tomorrow night work on a video to kind of sum up, hey everybody, it's good to be back. Hey everybody, I want to say thank you and all that stuff, you know, and just talk about, hey, the format of things going forward, you know, and also throw out some things and see if anybody gives me any suggestions after I do that video for some content, because if anybody wants to see me do some laugh out loud videos, say, hey, can you react to this compilation of these funny videos? I'll do that. If somebody wants me to do a reaction to a game trailer that I'm getting, I will do that. If people want to see me react to somebody's video that they did, let me know. I'll do that. But outside of work and all that, my mom, she's doing all right, but she has a lot of doctor's appointment and all that. She has an abscess in her stomach, and she also has some leg problems, so she has some stuff like that. And also, she has a little bit of a lung problem. She's going to doctor, get all her stuff checked out, and maybe she just had to sleep with a sleep machine at night and all that. But it's been a lot on my mind, you know. So that's why I've been all over the place, you know. But I'm gonna try to be more active on YouTube and Twitter evenly, as well as Instagram. And then, Twitch and Mixer. I'll try to support as many people over there as I can. But man, this has been fun. Really fun, you know. I'm not letting my audience control me. I'm just seeing what they would like to see. If I can give somebody one video that they suggested, cool, great, grand. But I've got me some reaction stuff that I'm gonna do. I got some. I'm gonna start once I get Kakarot. I'm gonna do an impressions video of that. Once I get that game, some other things, and all that. I got Starlink sitting right over there. I have yet to play that game, but I've got Starlink sitting right over here. I've yet to play this game right here. But I told myself I got to beat God of War, Pokemon, Borderlands, or the Outer Worlds before I get into this game. Which I'm towards the end of Pokemon. God of War, I'm still towards the beginning. Outer Worlds and Borderlands, I'm towards the middle of both of those games. But yeah, I'm not going to let the people control me. I just want to see what they would like to see, Throw their ideas, see what people's ideas are. Because you never know, somebody can have a killer idea and bam. And also, speaking of too many games, that's the one convention I'm trying to make this year. I want to go to Southeast Game Exchange as well, but Too Many Games is my number one I'm going to try to get to and all that jazz. But hopefully y'all are having a good night. Next week, I'm going to try to have a special guest. If you want to be a part of the podcast, you know anybody that might be interested in it, let me know, and we'll see if we can fit them in next week if I'm available. If not, due to work or something like that, I will let y'all know, and we will see about the week after. But 2 to 4 times per month, you'll get the podcast, and hopefully y'all enjoy it, and hopefully y'all enjoy the content I create, because I got some fun stuff. I got some music content, too, that I'm working on. There's been some original stuff that I've been working on, making a full, actually, like a little guitar playthrough of something. It's nothing. It has no bass or drums on it, but it's just a guitar. But I have been working on a little bit of something, it's something that I just thought, hey, it'd be cool to share, So that is something that I'm working on. But yeah, definitely when I get Kakarot, play it for a few weeks, do an impressions video, do more of that, do some more stuff. But yeah, as far as my mom goes, things are going okay. But we'll see how it is. I got to go to one of her appointments with her tomorrow, and we'll see how everything goes. And I'll keep y'all up to date in the Discord and everything like that and all that. I'll keep y'all up to date and everything like that. But hopefully y'all stay awesome. And let me see. Also, I still got to start Last of Us. Which Last of Us is a game that I'm starting in February. I'm gonna start The Last of Us, and then in February I'm also gonna start Horizon Zero Dawn, because by that time I should be a good chunk of God of War done. Because once I get God of War done, that's basically Horizon Zero Dawn's gonna take its spot. Once I get Borderlands or the Outer Worlds done, that's when I'll go back to some other Xbox games I haven't beat. But Streets of Rage is a game that I'll be playing it on and off, But if y'all want to see me streaming a little bit, just give me a hell yeah, and I'll pop up a stream in the next hour. Cool. So obviously we're gonna go to my good buddy. So right now I'm gonna go get me some more dinner. But for right now, what we're gonna do. The thing about it is, there's so many people live. There's so many people live. But go raid him. Go say Chrislevi13 raid. Bam. Go raid Jakin. Tell him I sent you. I'm gonna go get me some dinner. And we'll probably play, you know what we'll do? We'll do a little bit of Streets of Rage and Borderlands on stream. Would y'all like to see that? Streets of Rage and Borderlands for the next little bit on stream. Do about a run or two of Streets of Rage on the Xbox. and then go into some Borderlands. If y'all, that probably sounds like the plan. So yeah, go raid Jakin and let him know that I sent you. And y'all have a good one. And when I go live, if anybody wants to figure it out, I don't know how to figure it out about joining. If people want to join in, feel free in either game, and we're going to have a good one. So it's 9:52, so between now and 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, I should be live. I'm not saying what time because I got to give some more food, get and all that jazz, but we're going to be there, and hope y'all enjoy. And if you like this outro, once I show it, tell me that as well.